But anyways, before we, get people talking, what's going on there, everybody? Welcome back to the Hood Smart Late Night Radio Show. Hope y'all doing well. Tonight I'm on a little bit later. I keep telling y'all I'll never show up on time. I don't know why y'all believe me when I say 9:30. I'm never in here exactly at 9:30. But anyways, man, we got a lot to get into. Y'all see the title. Y'all know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Listen, all I can say is genealogy, genealogy, genealogy. And it's like the more we keep having the conversations, the more these documents are so important. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, I got the link posted at the top of the chat. You know what I'm saying? For everybody who wants to trace back their lineage in America, especially for Black Americans, go ahead and hit that link that I got pinned at the top over there and subscribe. It's a project that I'm working on. It's in the starting phase, but me and my team are about to get the ball rolling. I just want to see how many people are interested in getting their genealogies and tracing back their lineage. So go ahead and hit that link that's pinned to the top of the comments and subscribe. See what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, y'all. So we done had some Scottish people come out. FBA from Queens, tap in. What's going on? We done had some Scottish people, some Black Scottish people. I didn't even know Black people was out there in Scotland and shit like that. We done had them come on and start talking about them being indigenous to Scotland. And people start calling them pretendians. Like the same criticism we're getting over here is what Africans and other groups of people are doing to them over there. And it's kind of mind-boggling. It's kind of confusing because it's kind of like, why is it so hard to grasp that Blacks have been everywhere? And why do Africans want to claim everybody? They see we're all delineated. They see all Black people from all across the world. We want separation. Last night we was talking about the end of Pan-Africanism. And then they were flabbergasted. Like they were confused on why would I say something like this? But anyways, let's go ahead and get a couple people on here talking. Oxmite. Hey brother, how you say your name, brother? Oxmite?
Yeah, Oxmite is perfect, yeah.
Anyways, y'all, this is Oxmite. This is he's like a pet dog now at this point because he just keep coming to the home and he's just here. We gotta, what I'm saying? We have to let him in and shit. He's on every night. He's an African, and he be hating on the indigenous groups of people who are not from Africa, and he has a lot of negative things to say about us. So we're gonna let him go ahead and talk. He's usually the one who opened up our conversation. So go ahead, Ox, talk to me.
Yeah, man. So I've seen that Scottish stuff, man, but I think those people still know they come from Africa, though. Like they're not mixing in no Native American little story. And then I had a question for the natives too, Cherokee, or the people that claim the 5 nations as well. Like, why didn't y'all just pay the $5 when everybody else is doing it? Like, just to make it official. That's another question I had. So I thought about that.
Why we didn't pay the $5 like everybody else did? Because you're talking about the Dawes Roll Act. The Dawes Rolls Act wasn't for Black Americans. It was for white people to have access to land and opportunity. It was another greed strategy for them to claim land that wasn't theirs. So they were making the land accessible for them. You see what I'm saying? So Black people during that time couldn't participate in that. And let me Google exactly what year the Dawes Rolls Act was exactly. I don't want to be incorrect, but I think Black, people were prisoners of war during that time. So there was no way for us to get on those documentations. But we are in the Dawes Rolls. You know what the Dawes Rolls is, right?
Yeah, I mean the incident I think we're talking about is when they paid the $5 to sneak on there for benefits.
So the Dawes Rolls is the record book of keepings of people from
just the 5 nations,
yeah, backgrounds, and white people tried to insert themselves in this act to gain land. So black folks didn't have this same privilege. 1887. Yeah, so right when they freed us, a couple years later, they went ahead and proposed this act. So does that answer that question for you?
So y'all didn't have the $5. Then basically that's the. Huh?
I don't think it's a matter of if we had $5 or not. I just think it's a matter of this wasn't for us, and we didn't need to do this. This was strictly for them. This had nothing to do with us. This was a white tea move. This was another one of their gimmicks to steal from people and to whiten history. So when you look at certain natives, when you look at certain people, they could be pale skinned. They're talking about they're indigenous. But when you look at me, you say, ain't no way you could be indigenous. What? How the hell, nigga? How the hell? How the hell you indigenous? You damn near as white as that chalkboard, white as my shirt, but I can't be indigenous because I'm dark skinned? Make that make sense, since we're going by color. Right. So this act was primarily for them. It had nothing to do with us not having $5. Anyways, appreciate that, brother. All right, next we have Strong Till.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, brother? What's your name and where you from?
Just call me Strong. I'm in North America.
Okay. What part of North America are you in?
I'm in near Buffalo.
Buffalo? Okay. All right. So you're way up top. Talk to me, brother. What's going on?
I see this Black Scots thing, and I'm gonna post something for you to have a peek at. It's British National Archives, and it's Americans, many Americans and many Caribbeans are the original Black Scots. I mean, I'll share with you the prisoners lists from the British National Archives, which are Black Jacobites, Scottish and Irish, exported from Scotland and Ireland and brought to the Caribbean and Virginia. And so this kind of it would be a second generation of Black Scots that are there today. It's different people, but we in North America and from the Caribbean are them. Used to be them. The names are the same.
I agree. Yeah, I think I heard one of them saying, because I'm not too informed on this, but I'm not surprised about it either. I mean, I had my ideas, but I wasn't really sure because we're more focused on what's going on in America. But I think I heard someone say that a lot of Black Scottish people were taken from Scotland and brought to America, and their royal titles were stripped away from them to come over here to be prisoners of war or indentured servitudes. So yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, royal and common. I mean, you'll see the list there that I posted. Some are bakers and goldsmiths, farmers, whatnot, just regular people as well. But yeah, it's evident in the names also. Like you'll see the list and you see the list of names. Very common in America and very common in the Caribbean.
Yeah, appreciate that, brother. Hey, Oxmighty, my bad, but I want to ask you a question real quick. Since you asked me a question.
Yeah.
So, how important do you think genealogy is? You see everything that's going on right now. People are diving into their roots. We're not being lazy anymore and saying that we're from Africa. How do you feel about the project that I'm setting up for us to trace back our lineage?
I think that's a good thing, brother. I think finding the truth instead of just going off someone's grandmother's stories is much better. So I commend you on it.
I appreciate that. And everybody who's watching this on YouTube, the link to trace back your lineage should be in the description box. Everybody who's watching this on TikTok, the link is pinned at the top. Go ahead and subscribe, and we could go ahead and help you guys trace back your lineage and get those paperworks. Because like I said, right now, if you guys see what's going on right now is the time to get the facts straight and pull out the receipts. And it's not just where's the link? The link should be pinned at the top of the chat. Let me see if it's still there. I don't know how this. how this work? Yeah, the link should be pinned all the way at the top. So go all the way at the top, and you see the link there. Anybody who's watching this on YouTube, check this out on in the description box on YouTube down below. Anyways, like I said, y'all, you know, as Black Americans, we don't need flags. You know what I'm saying? We don't need, you know, these little things to separate us from other groups of people, like how they walk around. Our lineage, our paperwork is our flag. You see what I'm saying? Our paperwork, where we come from, is our identity. You see what I'm saying? And it's important that we have it on point. So, you know, last night I was talking about the end of Pan-Africanism, and this is pretty much what it looks like. See what I'm saying? Everybody claiming where they're coming from with facts, historical evidence. You see what I'm saying? And we're denouncing that, you know, we're all this one big group of people when we've been scattered and separate for a very long time. You see what I'm saying? You know, we got the Black Scottish coming out and they're making their claims. And I think Black Americans, I think someone said that it started with Love Island. I think they heard a girl on Love Island talk, and we weren't aware that there were blacks in Scotland. You know what I'm saying? We don't be knowing where other people be at and shit like that. But yeah, I think it started off with a girl from Love Island, and we heard her talk. And you know, when Black Americans get involved in something, everybody jumps on board, and everybody pretty much rides that wave. You know, Black Americans are trendsetters. They see what we're doing over here, delineating, starting our groups, looking into our heritage and our lineage, and everybody else is doing the same thing, falling right behind us. Right, so you know, big props to the Black Scottish. You know what I'm saying? Big props to them and what they got going on. I think it's a very unique thing, very beautiful thing, and you know, that's what needs to happen. That one needs to happen. No, hell no. And anybody who has something to go against that, go ahead and speak your piece. It's Elon Musk.
I don't think you should be co-signing them right away. You know what I mean? You know what happened with you and the Haitians and the Jamaicans? You thought they were your brothers until you got to hear what they really thought. So I would be cautious a little bit, brother.
You know, I didn't say they was invited to the cookout. I didn't say the Black Scottish were invited to my house and shit. I just said, hey, I salute y'all from Scotland. You see the difference? I'm saluting them from Scotland. They're not, you know, over here in America undermining us and making up stories about us. They over there in Scotland claiming their lineage of being Black indigenous to Scotland. I salute to that. I'll salute to you too, Ox. If you was in your homeland claiming to be indigenous, you can say all you want about Black people in your homeland. You can say what you want about Black Americans in your homeland. I do not care. But as long as you're not here in America undermining us and getting in the way, I really don't have a problem.
I got a blue and gold passport with an eagle on it, brother. But nice try.
Oh, so you're going back home soon?
No, I go back. But
when are you going back permanently, sir?
Probably when I retire, man. I gotta finish up breaking up these resources and stuff.
Okay, America. So when you get done extracting these resources that we made possible for you, you're gonna go back home. Okay, perfect. Right. I was trying to read what somebody said before you said something. Someone said something about Elon Musk and stuff like that. And some people don't believe that I'm gonna start bringing y'all on here who disagrees with blacks, Scotland is not being indigenous. Right, y'all. And you know, for some reason I think these other groups of people have fell in love with YT ideologies. See what I'm saying? They fell in love. They fell in love. They fell in love with YT ideologies, and they believe anything that white people tell them. And it's like, are y'all not capable of doing your own research? Like, why everything out of a white man's mouth you have to believe? Boy, hey, you see that? You see that? The brat it's kind of hard to see your name. I'm wearing a white T-shirt and stuff. That's my mistake. Why is it? Why do you guys keep believing what the white team man keeps telling you? See what I'm saying? This is why genealogy is so important. Genealogy, when we look back at our records, we won't see an African nowhere on the paperwork. See what I'm saying? We won't see an African on there. Right. So this whole we African, where's the proof? DNA testing, everybody all goes back to Africa with DNA testing. Right. See what I'm saying? But anyways, we got a few more people who want to come on and talk. So we got Kiwi, Tom.
Yes, it's pronounced Kiwe. How y'all doing tonight?
Good, sir. What's your name? Oh, you just said your name, but where you from?
I'm from St. Croix, the Virgin Islands. Born and raised, but I live in Louisiana now. So my background is kind of it's kind of tricky because I'm African American technically, because the Virgin Islands is America, but culturally and geography wise, I'm from the Caribbean, so I kind of have a different unique perspective. But I recently did my DNA test like last year, and of course it traced me back to Africa. Well, for the most part, it's kind of I have some European in there too, of course, but I say that to say it's consistent with what history has taught us about like the transatlantic slave trade and the interaction between Europe and Africa and whatnot. What's
consistent?
I'm sorry?
I said, what is consistent?
Well, my DNA results are consistent with what, history has taught us about like the transatlantic slave trade and whatnot.
Who taught you that history?
I mean, it was taught in like, grade school or whatever.
Oh, okay. So Eurocentric ideologies. Okay. All right, continue.
I mean, well, the thing is, it's not necessarily Eurocentric. I mean, my thing is history is history. It don't matter whose mouth it is.
You know why I say it's Eurocentric, sir? Because we actually have black scholars who have debunked some of these rhetorics that white people have, told us that they just don't put in school. So that's why I asked you, where did you get this information from? You said you went to school and that's what they taught you. Then you said this is history.
I've done my own.
Hold on, sir. And you said this is history, as there's only one story of history, as if this is the only story. And I just told you there's scholars who have went against, and these were black scholars and Mexican scholars who have went against this theory, but you're only participating in the Eurocentric side.
And there are also black scholars who have corroborated that, in fact, the transatlantic slave trade did exist, and that we do in fact come from Africa.
Okay, can you prove? What proof do you have?
Well, you can. Well, I mean, one way you can test is, like I said, you can do a DNA test.
DNA test on the back of it say entertainment purposes only, and they already said that they're not able to trace that.
That is true. That is true. But there is some actual science to it because it's testing actual human population.
There's no one's saying there's no science to it, sir. But it wasn't made to be precise. It's not like the DNA test of trying to figure out who your parent is. These are old DNA that's no longer around, and they're only trying to correlate you to people that are suspected to be your, I guess, family member.
But it does.
They already came out. Hold on, Mark. They already came out and said that it's not made to be accurate, just to give you an assumption. So,
well, yeah. No, technically, it is. I mean,
So anyways, next point. What else do you have that could prove that this Atlantic slave trade happened?
Well, I'm just saying, like, we have documentation. Like, I just want to know, what proof do you guys have that you guys are actually? And another question: why are you guys trying to?
Hold on. Kiwi. How you say your name? Kiwi. Let's slow down. One question at a time. I need you to prove to me. We haven't been in America.
There is no evidence that you were here before the transatlantic slave trade.
So you don't have any evidence to prove that we weren't here.
I mean, you don't have any evidence to prove that you were here before the transatlantic slave trade.
Are you sure about that?
I'm absolutely sure.
Okay, so we have Dr. Ivan Sertima, who came out and he already gave evidence about.
Oh, no, he's been debunked already. As a matter of fact, he has been called out for conflicting claims, like about claims that he's made, and all the Olmec heads have also been debunked as well, as being like made by black people. Why would black people come all the way?
Hold on, sir, because it don't sound like you're speaking from a factual place. You're just saying, well, he's been debunked. Every scholar has been debunked. Everybody has a contradiction to what somebody else says. You don't just walk around and say, well, that's just debunked. You have to come back and give actual evidence of why it's debunked, sir. So tell me why and how it's been debunked. Explain. Go ahead.
Got disconnected. Well, I'm not. Well, basically, it's been debunked because we have factual. Well, I'm not. Well, basically, it's been debunked. Well, basically, it's been.
You see, look. You see how his internet starts thinking, y'all. See how his internet get the when it's time for him to state some facts. You know what I'm saying? Well, basically. Like,
have you read Ivan Ben Surma? Because he says
hold on, Mark. I did read his book. They Came Before Columbus. I read his work, but that's not the only scholar that I had. Hold on, Mark. It's not your turn yet, Mark. There's an order. Kiwi, I'm gonna give you one more time, one more chance. Okay, he's not here. He's gone. All right, G.I. Dichi, talk to me, brother. What's going on? What's your name? Where you from?
I'm Nigerian. I live in America though.
Where are you from?
I live in America, but I'm Nigerian.
Okay, what was your name again?
Jadechi.
Jadechi. Okay, ma'am, talk to me. What's going on?
Okay, so are Black Scottish and Black Americans indigenous? I don't believe that they are, especially the Black Scottish. I believe that that came out of nowhere. I feel like a lot of people are gullible and they're just eating it up. I heavenly, because a lot of the Black Scottish that you think are actually Scottish are from West Africa, specifically Nigeria, and the Black Americans that are indigenous. I don't think that's true, because do you think that the Native Americans, when they came to America, that you guys were already there?
Yep.
Is there any evidence that says that?
Prove that there's not. Can you prove that there's no evidence that we have not been here?
Yes.
What? And please tell me, what's the evidence?
It's not documented that you guys were here before
it's
then.
It's not?
Because I know, because we know that the Native Americans were in America. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, right?
No. So you don't. So, ma'am, my bad. What was the last piece I got distracted? Say it one more. Repeat what you said one more time. My bad. I'm so sorry. I was looking at something. Go ahead.
The Native Americans were in America.
And then you have no proof that we were not here. I'm just making clear. You have no proof that we weren't here.
You weren't here.
Do you have any proof of that? You can't just make statements without saying why we weren't here. What will make you think that we weren't here? You said records? There's no records?
Yes, there's no records of that.
Okay, I'm going to pause you real quick. Family, there is records of us being here. People like Christopher Columbus have made these remarks that when he came to the Americas, that he's seen Negroes here. The natives have told him about Negroes already coming here and trading. We have different scientists who had traced DNA being in America that they relate to Negroid types before Native Americans. That predates the Native Americans that traveled from the Siberias. You see what I'm saying? So these lies that there's no records. There's been a lot of records. We had different Europeans, not only just Christopher Columbus, who came over, who said that they've seen Negroids in America. So, ma'am, there are records. You just didn't do the research.
So there could be records, but
there is no records. He's making us up.
What?
No, don't listen. That's my pet dog. Don't listen to him. He just
Hey, I know you're
he's
I
doing
here.
just
it.
want to say,
Hold on, man. Hold on, man.
that this lady at the top, she's heavenly rude and she's xenophobic.
What
And
did
then
he say?
You can't prove a negative.
she was in
You
a
can't
she was in
prove
a different live. She was in a different live. But also to the
What's her name?
Caribbean.
What's her name?
I don't know what's wrong with you, little girl. Hey, Scottish,
Yes.
I'm a Scottish as well.
But can I finish?
Hold
We over
on.
here.
Hey, y'all, hey, I got rules. I know some of y'all are new here, but I got rules. We go in order. You know what I'm saying? So listen, we're gonna get to everybody one at a time. So Jijichi.
Jadechi. So to the Caribbeans that don't think that they're Africans, not all you guys are Africans, but mostly on speaking specifically to the Jamaicans and Haitians, because for example, when the colonizers, the first country that the colonizers went to after they got the Africans, it was Haiti. That's one of the first countries, and they took you guys from the Haitians. They took you guys from Congo and Senegal, those ones specifically. And the Jamaicans, I've met plenty Jamaicans who, to the people who said I'm lying, it's given, I don't even want to say that, but I've met plenty Jamaicans who agree that they are West African and they're proud of that. And I've met plenty Black Brazilians who know that they are from Africa, and that's a heavy thing that they talk about there. So for you guys to be like, oh, no, we're not, don't even say that. It's given that you're fearful of being African, and there's nothing to fear about that. Like, stop. And, like, I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing, but, yeah.
Okay, so but back to me and you. So I gave you the records of people saying that we were here before, and that wasn't just Christopher Columbus. We have Leo Wiener, Harvard scholar, who argued Africans reached the Americas before Columbus. We have Bartolomé de la Casa, Spanish fear, who documented indigenous and African interactions. We have Pedro Martir de Anglera, chronicler, who wrote about earlier voyages and peoples encountered. We have Gonzalo Ferdinand de Oviedo, historians who describe early colonial encounters. Hernan Cortez, a conquistador who led expeditions into Mexico. Some accounts mention African interpreters. Frances Vasquez de Corrado, his expeditions include Africans like Estebianco. Anyways, the list just goes on of different people who said, this is all during the 1500s, who sailed and claimed that they seen blacks and have records of blacks being in the Americas. So, ma'am, your statement was incorrect. There are records. You just obviously are not informed of these records.
Okay, so, but do you agree that do you believe that you have African descent?
Not even a little bit.
Okay. Do you agree that they brought Africans to America?
Nope, I don't.
Why?
Where's the proof?
It's proof everywhere, though. It's like worldly documented.
Okay, where's the boats?
Huh?
Where are the boats? The 50,000 boats that they said that they had to come.
Not here today. They're not here today. But the slave trade happened.
Why not? Leave your emotions out.
But
This is
still,
an educational. Hold on. This is an educational panel, ma'am. Why don't they have the boats anymore?
I have no clue, but I know that they are not here
boats,
today.
so we don't know what's the exact number and how many boats. Okay, let me ask you another question. How much money did Africans sell us? Was that the original story?
Yes.
Okay, how much money did Africans make off of 12.5 million slaves being sold?
I wasn't there. But the thing is,
so is there a paper trail that shows the receipts of what they got for 12.5 million? I don't care if you're selling crayons. There should be a receipt of something that you got a big abundance of different groups of whatever you sold. You got nothing to show for it? Africa's economy should have shot up. Do you agree or don't? Or you don't agree?
But like the thing is, you don't know. You're
right. I don't know, so I'm asking you. I don't know. I'm asking you, where's the receipts that Africans were sold? How much money did they make? Did Africa's continent blow up in our economy? You know what I'm saying? Where's the proof that? Where's the money trail? There should be a money trail somewhere, man. For
All right.
12.5 million people being sold.
I don't have it with me right now, but here's the thing.
And then another question. Okay, so you don't know. So, ma'am, you're not ready yet for this conversation. That's fine.
Just real quick.
Hold on. No, because you already been debunked. You told me there's no records. I provide you records. You asked me if the slave trade happened. I said I don't think it happened. Then you asked me why, and I asked you a question. You really came up here with nothing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave you on here, and I want you to go get your facts straight so we can actually have a legitimate conversation. That's it. I'm not kicking you off. I'm giving you a second chance. Go do some research and then come back. Listen, y'all, I don't claim to know everything. You know what I'm saying? But I know what I know. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. Anyways, Cam, what's going on,
You
brother?
look Nigerian, though. I'm just going to say that.
So, well, I look sexy to you? Thank you. Cam, what's going on, brother? What's your name? Where you from?
Yes, my name is Kunta Kinte, and I am from Africa.
All right,
Yes.
you fake ass, which version of Kunta Kinte? Talk to me, brother.
Yes, that's my name. So I have two questions for you. I want to discuss about what you just said and the topic of the life. Are you okay with that?
You said what? What did you say?
I want to discuss about what you just said and about the topic of the life.
Okay, talk, nigga. Go ahead.
So why do Americans believe that Africans sold them?
That's the story you guys run with.
No, that's a story you guys were taught in your schools.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Great point. So, look, y'all. We have an African who's telling us that the stories we might have been told about how the slave trade happened could be questioned. But you see how they pick and choose which part of the questioning needs to happen? He's questioning who sold us. But when we say we're questioning the whole process, no, nigga, it happened, but we didn't sell you. You see how they get to pick and choose what exactly happened? Well, I'm gonna let the brother finish. Go ahead, Cam. Kunte, backwards ass, Kunte Kinte. Talk to me.
Yes, as I was saying, that happened like 600 years ago, if I'm wrong or not. Do you guys know what they came with in Africa?
What they came with?
Ask yourself what they had and we didn't have. What do you think? They had a gun.
Okay, and?
You don't think that? Do you guys don't think that somebody walks up when all you guys have is a spear and knives?
Aaliyah, hold on. Aaliyah, my adopted sister that my family tried to bring in because you was too poor. Of course, Aaliyah, you could come in, my adopted sister. Just go ahead and request to come on, and then I'll let you on, my adopted sister. Remember, your family couldn't hold on tight to you, so my family did the best that we could to raise you up, and I'm gonna always look out. So just request, and I'm gonna let you come in. Hey, Gigi, when you come back with some more information, I'll let you back in the panel. We got to make room. Go ahead, brother. Talk to me.
Yes.
So, okay, brother.
I was
so
saying,
they had guns.
if somebody, wait, I'm not done, please. If somebody came into your house and held you at gunpoint today, would you not do everything he did everything he told you to do? That's
Leave
the
us
question
alone,
I'm
bro.
asking
We're
you.
African, bro.
Hold on. Anyways, brother. So what you're describing is basically, you guys are scared. White tea people came in and whooped y'all ass, and then whooped you across the head, and then told you, "Give me everything you got. Give me everything you got." And you said, "Okay." So they came over and they whipped you across the head, and y'all, and like some punks, y'all gave up everything. Yeah, like some punks. You gave up, you sold your daughters, you sold your wife, you sold your son. They said empty your pockets, you emptied out everything. Okay.
Prisoners,
Okay.
what is your point?
Hold on. Okay. You take everything. That's how the story went.
Yes, I firmly believe that's how it went. And it's very logical.
Hey, y'all heard him? He said, yes.
I'm Jamaican,
You
I'm
can make
not
fun of
African.
it.
Hold on, Aaliyah. Hold on, baby sister.
Africa.
My adopted
Yeah,
baby
West
sister. Give me a chance.
So-
Hold on, Nadia.
Moving on, please. Moving on.
Okay.
I want to talk about Scotland. You guys, it's so funny that you guys throw compliments at them and say how they are beautiful, how they look like you guys.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Don't tell me you jealous because we say they look good. They got some beautiful women over there. Don't tell me you jealous, brother. We called y'all kind of fugly. Y'all jealous? You jealous? Hey, go ahead, Kunte Kinte. Keep going, brother. My bad.
It's funny you're laughing, but
Hey, listen, man. Somebody give Kunte Kinte a compliment. Y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. Y'all go ahead and give Kunte Kinte a compliment. Tell him he look good or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Tell him he handsome. He needs it. They're mad that we give other people compliments. Yeah, someone give this nigga a compliment, please. In the chat, say, hey, man, you're very handsome. Go ahead, brother. They're in the comments right now saying that you look good, brother. You happy?
how are you laughing looking Nigerian, looking Ghanaian? How are you doing that?
I like y'all, bro. Stop it.
Hold on, brother. Look, listen, brother. Don't be mad at me because they don't call you handsome. I just try to vouch for you, brother. Now you trying to put this Nigerian shit. Man, go ahead. Man, I take that back. Call this man fugly. Y'all get in the chat box and call him fugly. Just for that damn, because this is why we don't tell y'all look good with y'all fugly asses. Yeah, y'all booty scratching, orangutan. Anyways, what else you got? Anything else you want to say, brother?
Man, I really don't know. You guys, it's funny. It's really funny. You look like my brother.
You look your brother.
I swear to everything I have. You look African more than me.
Hey man, listen. Hey, hold on, Kunte Kinte. So you're not going nowhere.
I don't got no bleach skin. What are you talking about, bro?
You look kind of fugly. You're mad at us because the Black American girls don't give you no play. Listen, Black American ladies, please tell him he look good. Somebody help him out because he's putting his energy onto me. It's not me. It's not me, brother. What you want, a Caribbean girl? You want a Black American? Somebody give him a compliment.
No,
Somebody
no,
say he look good.
I love my girls. I live in my country.
Do they like you in your country, brother? Because why are you complaining about the compliments we give to the beautiful Black Scottish people?
Because they are Africans. They are not what you think they are.
No, they're not.
What's funny? What's funny?
Anyways, let's get back on a serious note. So to your point that I got to debunk, Gigi, I'm gonna let you on in a second. To your point that I'm about to debunk, the guns that you're referring to, sir, those guns were not as efficient as the bows and arrows that Africans had. Those guns could not shoot long range. See what I'm saying? They can only do close-ups. And not only that, you're telling me Europeans came in Africa and started snatching y'all up or forcing y'all. Europeans have never been successful in any warm climate or any place where it was tropical where we're at. If you look at the Haitian Revolution was able to stop the Europeans. If you look at Jamaica, the Maroons were able to stop the Europeans. The Europeans do not have a lasting record of defeating us in tropical weather, whether they have pew-pews or not. It's always been like that. So the fact that you think they rolled into Africa with these little play toy ass pew-pews and just got everybody, no sir, we were more advanced than that. Our bows and arrows shot long range, and then they didn't develop a fun that could shoot long distance. They weren't accurate. They had to be up on you. all day 24/7 were able to put a stop to what they had going on. Y'all might have got pistol. I mean, y'all might have got whipped. That was y'all. But that's not what happened to us. See, down here in Florida.
Okay, one last thing.
No.
One last thing before I
Listen,
go.
down here in Florida, the Florida Seminole Wars, it was the same thing. They had their little muskets, and we had them for a nigga ass. See what I'm saying? And we were very successful for a very long time. Andrew Jackson, hold on. Andrew Jackson, the president, even came out his mouth and said, woo, this is as much the Negro war as it is the Native American war. These Negro, hey boy, they ain't playing. So, sir, you're incorrect. Haitians, Jamaicans, it's all the same thing. We have been very successful, or they have been very successful. All melanated people have been very successful in tropical weather against Europeans. They caught yellow fever. They couldn't keep up. See what I'm saying? Their muskets didn't shoot that far. So I don't know where you got this theory that, well, maybe it happened to y'all. Y'all a different group of people. You know? Y'all scared. Y'all scared of white folks. So, you know what I'm saying?
How are you scared?
Please, one last thing
right.
before I go.
Y'all scared to this day. So anyways, Kunte Kinte, brother, look, this is all I want to say to you. Go get you a wave cap or something. You know what I'm saying? Late at night.
Yes.
Get the brushing, them naps out your head or something. Or you want to grow dreads, go ahead and grow your hair out. See what I'm saying? Go down to Florida for a little bit so we can teach you how to put them things in your head for real, them wicks, how them locks growing for real. You know what I'm saying? And you know, get some hip to your game, and maybe these girls might call you handsome. I don't know what to do for you, bro. See what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Anyways, he's gone. Let me bring some more people. I told Geechee, I promise everybody else who's waiting, I'm gonna let you go on second, but I like to run my pen on my show like this because, you know what I'm saying, this is my show and I don't need y'all being seen more than me. Anyways, Mark, brother, what's going on?
How you doing, brother?
What's your name and where you from?
I'm Mark. I'm from Los Angeles.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say a couple of misstatements you put out there. Ivan Van Sertima, he wrote they came before Columbus, and they came before Columbus were Africans.
Okay.
So his only dispute is when the Africans came. Okay, and as far as the slave trade,
And when did he say that? What year is that? What year did he say they came?
I forget. I read a long.
So you don't know. Okay, so I want to make this clear. You don't have.
He was saying,
Hold on. I just want to make this clear. You can't give me a starting point of when he said they came. So what you just said right now.
700s.
He said what?
The 700 AD.
700 AD. Okay, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying that.
But as far as colonial records go, there's lots of colonial records. You can go to there was like a colonial office in the UK in which it had detailed reports of like the transatlantic slave trade. You can look at the private merchant papers of like people like Thomas Case.
Okay, let me ask you a quick question. Who built? Hold on, brother. Let me ask you something real quick. Who built the slave ships?
The British were excellent shipbuilders at the time.
What was the person's name who came up with the exact slave ships? Because the boats that they used originally weren't the same boats that they carved into cargoes, because that came later, maybe 1800s. So the boats that they say they used, they weren't that efficient. Who came up with the slave boat? What was the inventor called?
Hold on. I'm just saying there were I'm just trying to address some of the things and we could get onto that topic. But there are detailed merchants reports, there are colonial records.
I'm asking for the colonial record of the person who created the boats.
There's Thomas Case, Nicholas Southworth, and Thomas Leland.
Those are the ones who created. Those are the ones who invented the slave boat.
Yeah, they were the ones.
So if I research it right now, those are the inventors of the slave ship.
Look up Thomas Case, Nicholas Southworth, and Thomas Leland.
Okay.
Also, the thing that the Europeans traded were textiles. They traded a lot of rum for slaves, and also firearms and other manufacturing goods.
Okay.
The British had like really good manufacturing at the time, and those goods give a lot of power to local local chiefs.
And then hold on,
And
real quick, sir. Just to contradict what you just said, I just looked up who invented the slave ships, and it says the concept of slave ships wasn't invented by a single person and evolved as a part of the brutal machinery of transatlantic trade, which began in the 15th century, lasted in the 19th century. The ships were designed and modified by European powers, especially the Portuguese, Spanish, Dutch, and transported enslaved Africans across the Atlantic Ocean. I'm not reading the names that you said.
AJ, let me
I'm just correcting some of the things you said also. So there was a trade, and there was also kidnapping of random folks during the.
So wait, hold on, sir.
I just want to enter one.
I can't have you lie to the panel. There's no names of the person that you mentioned.
Thomas Case, Nicholas Southworth, and Thomas Leland. Also, I just want to point this out, that no people on Earth look like you except West Africa. I mean, you wear West Africa on your face, on your body, and in.
Oh yeah, you tripping.
Hold on, brother. Listen. Hold on, sis. My adopted sis. They get like this. They get hostile. You heard in his stomach. You heard in his stomach. He was very emotional. You see, that statement didn't have any real substance to it. You look more West African than a West African. Like nigga, whatever. Anyways, but hold on, Mark. Give me a second. So you can. It's like there's so many things that you said. I've just got to make sure that we get the specifics. Give me 1 second, Mark. You guys just be quiet just for a second.
People that look like West Africans.
So anyways, so back to you, Mark. So you said rum, gunpowder, pew pew powder were things that they traded.
Fire.
Okay. So
not just gunpowder, fire.
Okay. So for 12.5 million, God damn, Mark, let me talk. So for 12.5 million slaves, 12.5 million niggas, they traded in these supposedly, I guess, at that time were of value things. Where's the proof of it? Where's the receipts of that?
Like I said, you can look at the private merchant records of Thomas Leland and.
No. That's not the receipt. Receipts would be things such as economic growth. How much did Africa profit off of that? What did that do for the continent? Hold on. Anytime you do a trade that big, your continent, Africa should be known as the king of rum right now. Do you not understand that? Africa should be the king of gunpowder right now. If you sold 12.5 million, the fact that there is no economic growth, there's no economic boost in their economy shows that never happened. Where if you sell 12.5 million of anything, if I sold 12.5 million crayons, I should be the king of crayons to somebody. Somebody should be the capital of crayons if I gave them 12.5 million.
Let me just say this: modern West Africa is
how much money did they spend on building these boats, and how many boats were built? Because this sounds like a lot. I want to make y'all clear. The economics of this sounds very massive. This does not sound like a cheap transaction at all. Let me ask you. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. How many boats did they build?
I suggest everybody here take a class in.
Man, answer my question, nigga, before you get kicked out. How many boats did they build?
Take a class in African history.
How many slave boats did they build?
Don't listen to TikTok.
How many boats did they build?
Well, take a class at a.
Okay. So he's getting kicked off. See what happens when they can't. You got beat, sir. I just beat you. You just got beat. I want y'all to I want to let y'all know he just got his ass whooped. That's what you call an ass whooping. See what I'm saying? He got beat. He don't have any facts. He's trying to say, I want to take a class. You supposed to be the class. You're the class. Right. So that's what it looks like when you lose. That's what it sounds like when you have no evidence. That's what happens when you run into people who are actual intellects. Listen, I was being fair too. I asked him fair questions. I gave him a chance to answer, and he kept deflecting them. You look West African, take classes. I just asked you a simple question. How much money did they make? You sell 12.5 million of anything. So you should be rich to this day. You should be a thriving country to this day. If you sell 12.5 million of anything. You got no proof? Why Africa so poor? Right. Come on now. Anyways, and then the next question was, how many boats did they make? So you paid all these Africans, right? And then you created how many? 30,000? 20,000? How much money did that take? Come on now, y'all. Come on now, y'all. I don't know if them Europeans were big balling like that. They were coming out of poor ass Spain. Spain was down bad. So I'm not sure how they just got this lump sum. You know what I'm saying? Because if this is the case, they don't need niggas to come over across the water. Anyways, next. Sister of Far Africa. I can't see the rest of the name, man. What's your name?
Good. What's up with it, Brody?
Chillin'.
What made me come up initially was your prompt.
Okay.
Are Black, Scottish, and Black Americans indigenous? Absolutely. Because you're talking to one. So yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to reunite with my Irish, my Scott cousins, like my UK. I cannot wait. That's all I'm saying. So absolutely. And yeah. If you got any ties to Arkansas and you Scottish, holler at me and I'll help you do whatever it is you need to do to
okay. Like, I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely. And hey, you eat and you got to be kidding the uncle, baby, the way you roasting, eating, cooking.
They ain't ready for it. They not ready for this work.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm loving it.
I appreciate that, sis. All right, so we have Nadia. God damn, Nadia. Nadia, I want to let you know something. You're a girl, right? Nadia?
Yeah. Hello?
Nadia, I want to let you, you're kind of annoying. I hope you know that. You're a tad bit.
Yeah, have you seen me on panels?
Tad bit. You kind of, I just want to let you know you're kind of annoying. But let's go. Talk to me, Nadia. Where you from?
Okay, I'm East African.
Okay.
And are Black Scottish people and Black Americans indigenous? No. Okay, Black Scottish people are first generation, second generation Caribbean immigrants. The native, so-called Black, Scottish people were indentured servants, right? And there was like less than 6,000 of them, and they intermarried with whites. So, that population died off. They were like slaves basically brought to Scotland, but their population is gone because they intermarried with whitey people. So there's no native Scottish Black people. They're immigrants. Okay.
Okay. So what part of Africa do you think they came from?
I believe they came from Western Africa.
Where's your proof of that?
There's documents, and they died off anyway. They married to whitey people.
What does the document say?
I don't know, but I read it off of there's documents. Hold on.
Wait a minute. See, look, I try to sip some water. I try to give you a chance to talk. Hold on. I try to give you a chance to talk. You started babbling. I was letting you babble. And then I asked you a question. You talk, well, there's documents. Okay. Teach me.
Top of my head.
Hold on. Teach me then. I want to know what the documents say. Well, I don't know.
Do you think I know the documents?
Nadia, I just told you, Nadia, you're kind of annoying. Didn't I just tell you? Now you're just getting a little bit more annoying to me right now. You're pissing me off, Nadia. Let's try this again. I'm gonna give you one more chance. What documents do you have to show that they came from West Africa?
I don't know the documents.
I
just said that.
I'm not gonna kick you off yet, but the answer I don't know does not. We don't do that here on my panel. Listen. Hold on now. We don't do that whole I don't know on my panel. If you don't know, you sit your ass in the chat box.
African.
Listen. You sit your ass in the chat box and you listen to learn. You don't hop on this panel and start lying. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna get the hell off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you some time and I'll bring you back up later when you actually do have some things.
You're African, bye.
Anyways, look, y'all, we don't do that here. This is an educational panel. I don't accept I don't know. then don't bring your ass up here. Only dogs and sharks are allowed to speak. If you're not no dog or shark, don't come up here. If you're not well-rounded, if you don't have any intellect, don't bring your ass up here. This is not for you. You're a child. So stay a child's place until you get some dog in you. With no fake-ass allegations. Oh, yeah, you're this. Boy, hey, boy, you get ate up on this panel now. This is not a friendly panel. Go ahead, brother. What's your name? Where you from? Six Figures?
What up, though, man? I'm from Michigan, bro.
Talk to me, fam. What's your name?
My name, Will, man. You know, they call me Six Figure Nazarene or whatever.
Yeah.
But hey, a lot of things you were saying, like a lot of things people were saying on there, like they get it misconstrued. Like you was asking where the boats are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but guess what? It's documentations of people from the Americans getting sent to Europe, to Africa, and everywhere else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Think about Liberia, what they call Liberia, America. You know what I'm saying? People from here went over there to start a tradition and a life. And people are so colonized, like that they still believe the stories that was indoctrinated to us by John D. Rockefeller, because what John D. Rockefeller said, he said, we don't need thinkers, we need workers.
We need workers, right?
You know what I mean? So like, and it's crazy. Like you said, like there's no, like where the slave ships at, but there are documentation of people from the Americans getting shipped to Europe, getting shipped to Africa, and everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? And why would you think why would you think that is? Like they say, oh, Africa is the oldest continent. Why would it be the oldest continent when they the last in everything right now?
Mm-hmm.
Think about innovation and stuff like that. A lot of their countries don't even have lights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
and then not only that, to that point, America ties with Africa for having when they started civilization. I think it was 3,500 BCD. Somewhere around there, I'm getting the lettering wrong, but the number is right. I think it was the mounds in Louisiana, the breakson, I think they were called, was created at the same time in Kemet when the pyramids were being built. At the same exact time, they had the same exact shit going on. So
exactly,
although life could have started in Africa, civilization started in both Africa and America at the same damn time. So
and my thing, like a lot of the things when they talk about like it's a theory when they say everything started over there. It's a theory. A theory is not a fact. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Think about this. They grow cocoa over there. Who brought cocoa over there?
Who?
We brought cocoa over there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so much of a gray area, man, because colonization is real, man, and some people still stuck in it, and they don't open their minds to be broad about it. Like, oh well, this and that. Like, if we was the creators of the earth, like why couldn't we be everywhere? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, we just leaders, bro. They're not leaders. You heard we had one African say they whipped him across the head to give up everything in his pockets, and they said, okay, that's their lineage. We don't got lineage like that. So I'm saying they got lineage of getting their ass whooped all up and down the mountains.
Exactly.
They got history of that. We don't got no history of them doing that to us.
We rebuild about everything. Like
exactly.
We the reason why the motherfuckers can come over here today.
Talking about they came over with pew-pews and we said, yeah, yo scary ass up. Yeah, your scary ass behind us.
They done us dirty. They put us on them motherfucking poisonous fruit trees and stuff like that, but we still fought against the resistance, man. And just like in Haiti, like people say, well, the Haitians did their own thing. They kept their empire for a long time. So
the Haitians did their own thing. Everybody else handled business. From Haiti to all the Caribbeans handle business. In America,
Seminoles.
They the only ones who ain't handle business. They got their behinds whooped. But anyway,
and guess what?
Go ahead.
They still going through it right now. The only place right now that I see that's doing something that's similar to us is Burkina Faso right now.
Right now.
They ain't having it over there right now.
But anyways, brother, I appreciate that. I've got to get someone else going. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. All All right. First of all, y'all, let me do my introduction. Everybody, this is my adopted sister, Aaliyah. She came to us when she was very small. She was very small, and we had her parents ain't want us, so we took her in, and so she made crazy accusations. You know what I'm saying? She was looking kind of crazy when we first got her. I thought she was our pet at first, but anyway, whatever. That's all behind us. Now, you know what I'm saying? She's an outstanding citizen, and this is who she is. And she's also Jamaican, by the way. But go ahead, Elliot. Talk.
Okay. What message you got for me? What's this girl talking about?
Yeah, so, like I said, the Jamaicans are, what's the name? West African. I don't know why you got so defensive when I told you that, but you are.
Because that's not true.
How?
Not historically true.
How? You're just saying it's not true.
It's because it's not. That's the theory. We don't have the same blood. We don't share in the same bloodline.
See, to me, that just seems like God forbid that. It's making it seem like God forbid I'm the African. God forbid I'm African.
Yeah, God forbid.
That's what it's given. And also in the comments, when you were insulting Africans, it's okay to be nice. Nobody insulted you.
Oh, man.
And second of all, I don't know.
African, damn, leave me alone.
It's given God forbid that you're African.
I'm sorry, man. But my half sister, she's kind of rude, but she get that from the other side of the family. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm giving her evidence that she is West African.
That's false.
Hold on, Aaliyah. I mean, we try to give you some time, man, to prove that the slave trade even happened and we came from West Africa. Did you come back? Well, first of all, we'll say that for later. We got to get somebody else on because not your turn yet. Aaliyah, is there something else you wanted to say?
Jamaicans are not West African. That's a lie by the white man.
Okay, Aaliyah, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep you on the panel because you guys can go at it, you know what I'm saying, at the FBA Detroit, and then y'all can go ahead and have y'all little show for a little bit. So I hope one of y'all got y'all facts straight, and then, you know what I'm saying, and that's what it is. FBA Detroit, my dog.
What up, dog,
man? What it is?
What up, dog, my dog?
Chilling, man. Talk to me.
Hey, I was just listening to what you were saying, right? So when I was doing my little research on, the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, which I don't doubt that it happened.
Just the numbers that it happened in.
Yeah, just in the way that they say it happened.
Right.
First of all, you got to think about the ship size and the size of the crew that they would have had, and the size of the crew that they would have had to bring in order to just come into that country and invade them like that. That crew would have had to been hella big. And when you think of a big crew traveling for months on a ship over the ocean, they got to bring water. You know what I'm saying? They got to bring this water to travel for this long distance like this over these months.
Hold on, brother. I want to make a quick point because you're cooking right now. You really are. I had a Navy SEAL tell me that voyage trip is impossible, especially in times like that. He said even to today's time, when they're traveling like that, they need to have helicopters supply the ships with goods. Because there ain't no way that you can fuel everybody for that long duration solo by itself. How do you keep everybody alive? People just think it's like how do I say? There's no cruise ship right now that goes from Florida to Africa. None.
Sure ain't.
There's no carnival right now where that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, and then plus that's not a direct shot. Like most people think you could just sail them waters. Man, do y'all not know they got what they call it when the water swirls? That's not no regular water. You just sail over. Y'all ain't gonna get fucked up out there in our water trying to sail directly down to Florida or the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. Well, you better know what your ass doing. It don't make sense. But go ahead, brother. Keep cooking.
So like I say, so you got to have a crew, the size crew. Like we finna go invade a country, bro. We can't go with 50 people. But when you do the research through the so-called historical documents, they say they had about 50 to 100 crew members. So you mean to tell me 50 to 100 crew members done rolled over here? They had enough They had enough for that size crew, which is very small, to travel that long distance. They had to bring the food and the water to travel that long distance, there and back.
Right.
All right, there and back. Then they had enough water for the slaves to drink while they come back, or because you can only go not even 24 hours without water, bro.
Right.
Like you can't even go but so long, a couple of hours without water. Like a whole day without water, you in bad shape. You know what I'm saying?
At sea at that, boy, you fuck.
At sea. So you can't drink no ocean water because it's salt water. So they got to have enough food and water for the crew to get out there, and enough food, room for the ammunition. They got to have enough room for the food and water for the slaves and themselves to get back. So they got it. So the whole ship got to be full of food and water, pretty much. And now, when they get here to this country,
this ain't no one voyage. They did this a lot of times.
Over 20,000 trips. It would have took over 20,000 trips. But this is the thing about it: when they get there to the land, they're facing a whole country full of Africans with spears, bow and arrows, and it's 50 to 100 of them with only muskets. Muskets only on one shot, then you got to step back and let the other man take his shot, and hopefully your shot is ready for the next round. Exactly. This is man, you got to think about it. In Nigeria alone, it's 230 some million people. That's one country out on that continent. It's 53 more other countries over there. So all of these Africans, now these people would have had to take over 20,000 trips to get 12 million people. You mean to tell me after not the first 5 or 10 or 20 or 100 or 200 or 300 trips, y'all ain't had no booby traps set up, no alligator pits? Oh, here they come now, y'all. Here they come. Ooh, Get them. Hide up in the trees. We finna get them this time.
Y'all ain't sending hyenas out there? Y'all ain't sending lions out there? Them jaguars, them cheetahs, he ain't had no friend. What a dog.
These people came and got people for 20,000, over 20,000 trips, brother. If they did get some people, they bought them.
I'm gonna say this real quick. I don't think you Africans understand how bad you make yourself look when you say they came in and they took us. Even if you said they paid you, it looked like y'all didn't get no money.
That's why I'm finna land my plane. That's why I'm finna land my plane, big dog, BJ.
Y'all better hope this didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better pray.
I'm finna land my plane right here. They would have had to sell them people because they were so infatuated with conquering the tribe next door that they sold them for the pew-pews, and they kept running out of ammunition. They just wanted to get the crew next door. They wasn't stunning the people who they was trading off. And the only reason why they won't admit to this is because they don't want to pay us reparations. Because if it comes down to it that they're the ones who did the body snatching and the selling, then they are responsible for the slavery. And they don't want to own up to that.
Appreciate that.
With all that gold they finding over there in Burkina Faso and all that. They ain't trying, when they do come up, they ain't trying to owe us reparations in world court.
Hey, appreciate that, FBA Detroit. Like always, you be snapping, brother. And the last point I'm gonna make to his point is that you gotta understand something, y'all. Y'all telling me they package niggas in a boat like Amazon packages on top of each other. Sold and sailed across the sea that took maybe 2 to 3 months. And where did they go to the bathroom at? There was bathroom breaks? Okay, y'all know what happens when you pee and you release feces and you don't clean it up in the first 12 hours? Y'all know what happens? It turns into pneumonia. You get sick. And you know what happens when you get sick on a boat? Everybody gets sick. And then people get unalived. How many people were unalived during this trip? Who's surviving this? How do you survive a trip like this? No water, no food, feces. I just don't understand. You guys know if you lock yourself in the bathroom right now, you pee on the floor, then you close the door, and you stay in there for 2 days, your ass will be, the pneumonia will get in your system. You're not surviving. This is a expensive, highly expensive trip. You paid the Africans, you paid for the boats, you paid for the supplies, you lost ships due to the water flow, due to people getting sick. Where is the benefits? Where are you profiting? Okay, fine. Boom. let's say they did survive, the little bits that did survive. What kind of conditions are you coming off these boats in? You ready to work? Once you get out, you are sick, sir. You're sick and skinny. What conditions are you in to go out there and actually start doing something in the fields? Nobody. Anyways, next.
So before I start talking to Alia,
my sister, yeah, she kind of rude. Sorry about that, but go ahead.
So you saying how we sound crazy about the whole we sold you guys, even your own people.
Get to the facts. Yes, y'all. Everybody who came on my panel sounded crazy as hell. Did they not?
Okay, but the thing is, your people believe that too. Like I've heard plenty of Black Americans say that.
What you're not talking to? You're not talking to that kind. You're not talking to that kind.
Well, anyways, Alia, like I said, the first place that colonizers went to was Haiti. Yeah. They with the Africans there.
What it is?
The Haitians are were brought from Congo and Senegal, and a lot of Jamaicans know that they have West African blood. It's given I know Black, I Dominican. Okay,
that's not true.
Yes, it is. You're giving I know Black, I Dominican.
You're indoctrinated.
Why are you getting like you're telling me no? We're not African.
Well,
we're just
hold on,
saying that.
JGC, hold on, JGC. You're here now because I told you to come back with some proof.
About what?
About us coming to the Americas. The islands are a part of America. So
yeah, it actually said that they took you guys from West Africa, mainly from what was it? And Angola, from around those regions. So that's
okay. So you got this from a Eurocentric site, white people who put it on board. Okay, and did you hear the questions that I had? How much money did Africa make, and why they're not the gunpowder continent of the whole world?
Not too much. Like I said, the white people sold stuff, and they literally stripped us. They stripped us of everything.
What did they sell exactly?
People.
Huh?
Well, they sold our minerals towards them.
No. What did they trade for the slaves?
I believe money.
Okay, then why is Africa